0, so I've got, starting off here, -2 to the 0 over 5 to the 4th. Okay? Anybody have an answer they want to try? Okay, Ashley R., what do you think?
1 over 625.
Nice job. Really nice job. Okay? So anything to the 0 power is 1, so that just transfer that, and then 5 to the 4th, 5 times 5 is 25. 25 times 25 is 625. You probably might have to do a hand. We have to work there on that one. Okay? All right. And the next one here on D. So right now we've got 1 over -2 times 5 to the -1. All right, what do we think needs to happen there? Tessa?
You bring up the bottom half to make it a positive.
What are you bringing up?
The -2 and the 5 and then the -1.
Okay, I like part of that answer. If I look at the -2, remember there's an exponent of 1 there, it's not written. So should the -2 actually move up?
No.
No, so let's just move this guy up. Okay? So when we move him up, we're going to get 5 to the 1st, -2 to the 1st. Well, to the 1st, we don't have to act like it's there, right? So it's just saying -5/2. Again, doesn't matter where the negative's at, just as long as it's somewhere in there. Okay? All right, is it, everybody okay with that? If you missed it, do you understand what you missed? Okay. Okay, now this is why we got our calculator out. Okay? This is where we would be picking up the calculator work. Okay? It says, anybody want to read this? Nope. All right. A population of insects triples every week. The number of insects is modeled by the expression 5,400 times 3 to the W, where W is the number of weeks, after the population was measured. Evaluate the expression with W equals -2, 0, and 1. What does each value of the expression represent in the situation? Okay? So guys, basically all they're wanting you to do is just plug these in, and you're going to get 3 answers out. Okay? So you're going to plug in -2. Okay, so let's start there. We're going to take 5,400 times 3 to the -2. Okay, take a second. Let's go ahead and practice typing this into our calculator. Okay, I'll show it by hand here in a minute, just to show you can do this by hand, but let's practice our calculator work. Make sure we know how to type it in correctly. Use your caret, and then you'll push to the -2. Okay, if you typed it in correctly, you should get 600. Okay, so all you guys had to do is type. There was no, you didn't have to do any hand math here. All you had to do was take that and type it in. Does anybody need help putting it in a calculator? Oh, 0 didn't show up there. Thank you. Seriously. There you go. Okay, so you take 5 times 3 to the -2. Okay? All right, anybody else need help with the calculator? Yep. Okay, so if you've got that one down, let's go ahead and do the next one, and that's it. Take 5,000 times 3 to the 0. You hopefully can just do that one in your head. Okay, times, and then 3. There. And then 2. All right, so on this one, what's 3 to the 0? 1. So we really just end up with 5,400. Okay? Now, real quick side note about this one, since we didn't really talk about it. I did see like Sam and a couple people go ahead and they dropped it down. And they said 5,400 over 3 squared, which 3 squared is? 9. So 5,400 divided by 9. Well, just cover up your zeros. What's 54 divided by 9? 6, and then just tack on your 2 zeros. So you can do this by hand. This is doable by hand. Okay? This one definitely doable by hand. Okay? But I must also have a calculator because not all of them are going to be doable by hand. Okay? And then let's go ahead and do the next one. So the next one here, we're going to plug in a 1. So we got 5,400 times 3 to the 1st, which in reality is just times 3, right? Okay? So 3 to the 1st with 3 is the same thing. Sam, what did we get there? 16,200. Okay? Now, when we're looking at this, okay, so we're looking at all these 3 answers. The next thing says, what does each value of the expression represent in the situation? So now you gotta be able to explain, what does each number mean? What's going on here? Okay, so let's start with the first one. So if we're looking at -2, what is -2 telling us?
That was 2 weeks ago.
It was 2 weeks ago, well, 2 weeks ago, yes, but 2 weeks technically before I measured the population. So population was measured, and the -2 means 2 weeks ago. So 2 weeks ago, we had 606. What do you think the 0 means?
That was present.
That's when they took the initial reading. So when they took the first reading, they found that there was 5,400 insects. And then by math, they backtracked it and said 2 weeks ago, we only had 600. What does a 1 mean?
This next week.
That'd be next week. So they're saying, based on what we've got, next week, there's gonna be 16,200 insects. So I mean, think about that, in a 3-week period, you went from 600 to 16,000 insects. That's just gross thinking about it. I agree, I'm not a bug person, so that's just kind of gross. Okay? So, but that's what this is talking about. So this is talking about, it actually explains, so let's write it down real quick. So this would be 2 weeks before reading. Before, we'll put first reading. Okay, the 0 would be the first reading, or measurement. All right, and then this one would be 1 week after first reading or measurement. Okay, so that's what all those mean. Okay? Does anybody have a question on all that? Okay, here's what I need you to do. Everybody get your iPad out.